Many of the developments in today's world that drive the stock prices are running across sectors and regions. So a traditional setup that looks at sectors and at regions doesn't really capture this. Thematic investing is driven by the big megatrends, the large shifts which occur over longer periods of times, namely urbanization, resource scarcity, technological advancement, and demographic change. However, those megatrends are too broad and too vague to invest in. So you need to take it down to the thematic level, where you have a precise definition of your investment universe and your investment goals, and where those drivers actually become investable. Besides the fact that thematic investing is better suited to capture today's developments, there are probably two main other reasons. The first reason is about performance. With thematic investing, you're getting rid of all the constraints, so you can really go where things are happening, and this should be good for performance over the course of time. The freedom to perform. The second reason is better understanding. If you have a global equity portfolio, a traditional portfolio, if it's a concentrated portfolio, 50 stocks for example, you need to understand 50 positions, 50 reasons why those companies are in the portfolio in order to understand what's happening with the portfolio and in order to have an understanding of what to achieve with this portfolio. If you're investing along themes, it's probably already enough to have a proper understanding of this particular theme. And in many cases, these themes will be something you have met in your daily life. So here is something to refer to from your daily life. So thematic investing has the power to perform, but is also easier to understand for anybody who's not an expert at investing. In the end, we are investors, so we want to benefit from increasing stock prices. So for us, the sanity check always is, are investments being made in that area, or are consumers actually buying these products? If something like this is in fact happening, there's more than just a good story. There is some tangible driver behind this particular theme, and that might be a good reason to get invested. Actual timing then is dependent on our conviction in the theme, based on all the homework we have put into the theme, but also on considerations about valuation, for example, the life cycle of the theme, and also the alternatives we have available. Let me give a brief explanation of two very interesting themes we currently hold in our portfolio. This is the water and waste theme and the health tech theme. They are two very different themes as well, showing the broad diversification that we can capture in our portfolio. The health tech theme basically is based on the observation that we had a tech revolution in the industry space. Call it Industry 4.0, for example. We also had a tech revolution in the consumer space, like for example online shopping. However, there was never anything like this in the healthcare space. At the same time, we have a great cost pressure in the healthcare space, so anything that brings down the costs is well received. And also, we are sitting on a lot of data in the healthcare space. So making better use of this data is also something which offers great potential. With regard to water and waste, the point obviously is that we have been quite negligent about water infrastructure on the one side and also have a waste problem on the other side. Just looking at the protests about the plastics in the oceans already gives you an indication of what we are aiming to invest in: better treatment of our waste, but also more appropriate water infrastructure. A lot of this water infrastructure has been aging, and it only can last for a certain period of time. So having postponed investments over a very long period of time increases actually the pressure to make those investments. Now, this is obviously also a good way for infrastructure spending in order to support the economy. So going into a weaker outlook with regard to the overall economy, this could actually be very interesting for governments to spend on, and our investments in the portfolio, which are providers of infrastructure around water and also waste, will certainly benefit from this.
Allianz Global Investors.